Hello, and welcome to Ask Me About K-Pop, the essential guide for recent converts and seasoned fans alike. My name is Shannon.
And I'm Angelica.
And welcome to the third annual Support Girl Groups episode.
Yes, it happens every year, and in September, that means it's time to support our girl groups, all the ones that came out this year, 2020.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be doing this for like the third time. It's cool to have traditions, and I love it. This is always an interesting episode where you either like get to know great new girl groups that you hope will stick around, or you watch some pretty poorly made, rough stuff that's not the best.
I mean, I think that happens with like any year in K-pop,
True.
right? You've got a huge number of groups that come out every year. I think in the last 3 years, we've definitely seen like a growth, right? In how many groups come out every year. And sometimes you get really, really good ones that you really like. And sometimes you get some really, really bad ones that you really, really don't like. And
True.
This year was no different.
Yeah, that's true. Interestingly enough, the first year we did this, we had 20 girl groups on our list, and this year we have 27. So quite an uptick, but also 2 of the groups we'll talk about today already disbanded.
Yes, that was a first in our girl group episodes. I think that we've ever had a group that lasted because obviously it's September, like 2020 isn't over. So our sort of like rundown of all the groups that have debuted so far, that means that it hasn't even been a year, right? Just a few months. And they're already disbanded. So that was a first. And unfortunately, there were 2 of them.
Yeah, so we'll get into that in the timeline. But before we get started, I just had like a few updates from the 2019 roster that I thought were worth noting before we move on. So last year we talked about a group called Pink Fantasy, and that was the group that had a member in a full rabbit costume.
Yeah, well, just the head.
Yes. Oh, right.
Not
Just
the
the head.
full
That's
thing.
true.
She had like the body of an idol.
But a head of a rabbit, and that was their gimmick. It appears that gimmick is like not working so great for them. They've lost a couple of members, and they are now promoting as a 4-member unit called Shadow Play, and there is no rabbit heads involved at all.
I wonder if the girl who was in the because I remember their gimmick was not just that she was in the head and therefore like a mystery member, but also that she wasn't going to be revealed until they won a music show, which obviously they never did, and therefore she never got to take her head off. So I wonder if she's one of the members who left, or if she's if she ever got revealed like in some
I have no idea.
Small reveal, like anticlimactic reveal, and now she's one of the 4.
One of the members that left was the leader, and they had to pick a new leader too. So
wow,
interesting. And then another outlier group from last year was called Coco, and they were just like little girls that all belonged to the same dance company. I looked up to see if anything had happened with Coco, and they have debuted a new class of Coco, like a new set of 12-year-olds, and they all go to the same dance studio. This second gen of Coco didn't get a music video. They have a video of them like performing outside of a Ferris wheel to 17 people, and that's their like video. I truly think that whole thing is just like it's a gimmick for the parents of the people who send their kids to this dance school to be like, we
like
make music videos for them.
Yeah, it's like part of the dance academy or whatever.
Yeah.
So that you get to be a part of this little dance crew, like the Ultra Boys or the Coco Pops.
Exactly, like at our dance studio. And then the last update that I had, we talked about it when it happened, but Cherry Bullet, which was one of my favorites from last year's lineup, lost 2 members like a week after our episode aired.
Yeah, very quickly.
They are
still together.
Yeah, they're still doing things, but 2 people left like right after we covered them last year. So interesting. All right. Well, let's get into it. The first 2 groups are late 2019 debuts.
Yeah, so we're just going to pick up basically right from where our previous episode left off. And luckily, I guess, in this edition, we only have 2 from the last half of 2019. This year, or next year, I should say, we're going to have more because there are a lot of like planned debuts. I was like, pre-debuts? No, planned debuts that don't have like full dates yet. Yeah. Anyway, so let's start in the fall of 2019.
Yes, on October 24th, a 6-member girl group from Star Empire Entertainment debuted. Their name is Arias with a Z, Ariaz, Arias. Their debut single is called Moonlight Aria. Yeah, so I read that many of the girls in Arias were backup dancers in their previous careers, and several of them had been on different reality competitions, your K-pop stars, your Mix Nines, this. So a lot of them have like pre-debut experience. Yeah, I thought that the song was like interesting, like very like of the now electro pop K-pop. Like,
Yeah, it felt very modern. I thought there were really good outfits. There's like a scene where they are wearing these like high-waisted pants that reminded me of Luna's Butterfly, both in the literal
Yes.
outfits that they're wearing and in the sort of like aesthetic of doing the choreography in like a big open like poolside kind of space. And I thought the choreo was good. I thought the song was catchy. They have really good vocalists. Like one of those girls has an excellent belt. I liked this one. I thought it was fun. The choreo is cute too.
I thought before I played it that they were going to be a ballad group because their name is Arias.
I thought so
and
too.
The album is called like Magical Opera. It has opera in the title.
Yeah,
So I was like,
Moonlight
oh, are they like
Aria,
an opera K-pop group? I got all excited for a second.
I definitely expected it to be like plinky, like twilighty, twinkle, like something. And it was not that at all. And I was pleasantly surprised and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I wrote that they had like an innocent but mature kind of look where like they don't seem like they're not innocent like they're little girly girls, but they like didn't seem like sexy women. Like they were, you know, they're like high blouses and just like we're just like young, but like we're put together, we're mature. I liked it. They haven't done anything since this, but they do daily post on the group's Instagram. They post selfies on the Instagram every single day, but they've made no music since October of last year. So
Oh, right. October of last year. Wow, that's already going to be a year now. Hopefully we'll see something from them soon.
yeah. All right, the next one on the list.
The next one we have is Hinapia, and they debuted on November 3rd of 2019 with their single called Drip.
Yes, Hinapia was comprised of 4 former Priston members and 1 new girl named Bada. Hinapia, Priston as well. Hinapia is already disbanded.
Yes, they actually just recently disbanded in August of 2020. They had been under OSR Entertainment. And yeah, I remember fans being like pretty upset about this disbandment.
It's just very sad. I don't believe in curses, but I just like feel like Priston is just it's just a sad stain on my K-pop life because I had such hope for Priston and that the group folded and then that the second attempt for some of them to try something else also like immediately folded. I just feel like they didn't get a proper chance, and that feels sad.
Sure. Yeah, it is surprising that they like didn't even make it a full year. I will be honest though, I didn't love this song.
I didn't either. I wanted to like it more, but I think it's kind of flat.
Yeah, I didn't really like the distortion because I thought I could tell that they were good singers, and then the like distortion over it felt too heavy, and like the chorus was sexy and good, and I do always like a 5-member choreo, but there was something about the melody of the like 4, 5, 6 part that reminded me of something I'd heard before, and I just felt like overall it was like sort of unimpressive. Like it was kind of forgettable, I guess.
Yes, I think that's the thing is that it's just like forgettable. And even like the rest of the choreo is like very strong, but then the chorus is just kind of this like drip, drip, drip. And like, I don't know, it's kind of simple. And also in the music video, they're trying to do that like badass girl crush thing where like none of them smile or even like move
Yeah.
their faces at all, which like I don't think is very dynamic or interesting to just like look bored.
Sure.
So I don't know. It's just a bummer. It's just a bummer that their second chance was also. So sorry to this Hinapia.
Good luck, ladies. Maybe third time's the charm for you. We'll see.
Maybe.
So moving into 2020 then, the very first girl group who debuted this year on February 4th was called Signature, all lowercase Cignature, and they debuted with a song called Nunu Nana.
Signature has 7 members, and they are under J9 Entertainment, which is a subsidiary of C9 Entertainment, specifically meant for girl groups.
Yeah, because they have like another branch of it another branch of the company that deals only with boy groups. And this subsidiary was established right now. I believe Signature is the only group they have.
Okay. Yeah, I don't immediately when this group was announced, I don't love the spelling of this. I think it looks so much like cigarette, like just
Me
CIG. It looks so crazy. And they're like young girls.
And I don't know why you would choose, like, if it had been all lowercase with an S, I think it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to have the C.
Yeah. I immediately loved this song when I heard it because it's just like that perfect level of like weird cheese, and I've been listening to it all year and it like gets stuck in my head. But rewatching the music video this weekend, I was like, oh right, because I think the music video really showcases just that like not quite readiness that occasionally happens with the debut music video. Like some of the girls are very stiff and some of the bigger choreo shots are like not very tight, and like I don't know, there's just like something about the whole air of the music video that like, oh no, they don't look ready.
Yeah, I felt the same. I remember when I like watched this and a few of their stages in February when they debuted, because I feel like I heard people like getting excited about this debut, and I immediately hated the song, like absolutely thought it was painfully unlistenable, like no, hate, cannot stand. I like the rainbow stairs part of the music video, and that's the only nice thing I can say about it. The dance shoes are really cheap. I remember seeing like a few of the stages, and I thought the same thing. They looked not ready. They looked uncomfortable. It was like very amateur. Hopefully they've gotten better. I mean, I'm sure they've like since improved. They have on September like of this month, very recently, just released a first EP called Listen and Speak, and the title song is Asa, which I liked a little bit better than this one. But I overall just thought like I remember seeing people like so into this debut and then watching it and being like, what the fuck? Like, why? So this was not only like unimpressive, but to me it was a big no. Right. It was a big pass on Signature.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, they're still rolling. So Signature. Then also on that very same day.
Yo, there are several different days this year where more than one group debuted on the same day. Interesting choice.
Interesting. So this group is a 5-member girl group that includes 2 sisters from Pops Entertainment, and they are called Episode. They had actually originally debuted in 2015 as a group called Vitamin Angel.
Yeah, a group of which has 7 former members.
Wow. And one of the members in Episode, Yeji, has been there since they were Vitamin Angel, apparently. So their re-debut single as Episode is called Open My Door. My first note about this music video is, oh no, was this filmed on a camcorder? It seems like they wanted to go for a fun retro aesthetic, but instead of reading as purposeful aesthetic, it reads as cheap. And I just wrote unpleasant in all caps. They are beautiful, and I like the outfits, though. That's what I had to say about episode.
Yeah, this song is one of the like crazier Franken songs that I've heard in a while, and it didn't work for me. Like the verse is so cutesy. Like when it first started, I remember being like, whoa, this sounds like way more Aegyo than I expected. Because I overall really liked the visuals in the music video. There's like one moment of bad braids in it, but other than that, I really liked it. And then the chorus comes in, and the only note I wrote is, what the fuck? And so this song just like, it almost gives you whiplash. Like the chorus comes in and you're like, where did we go? What happened? So not a big fan of this one either.
Yeah. But that's episode.
Yes.
So let's see if this new thing works out for them.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, this poor Yeji has clearly been through the ringer, but
I
maybe
know.
now that she's got her sister by her side, they'll have better luck.
Yeah.
The next group that we have, which debuted the same month, February 23rd, this group is called Daydream, and they debuted with a single called Num Num. Daydream is from Great Company, a company that I have never heard of, and they have already disbanded. So they disbanded in July of 2020, and I gotta say, I'm not like entirely surprised. The aesthetic is like slutty schoolgirls. It's definitely for men. There's like literally freeze frames of them jumping.
One of them is so busty, and her like top is so small.
Yeah, and they're wearing like tiny little crop tops and like the shortest skirts ever. And the like babiness of the num 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 like makes me want to vomit. And I fucking hated this one. Like I just couldn't. I actually wrote that the song has some nice moments, but the general vibe and like ickiness of it was too much for me.
Yeah. I wrote, honestly, the song is pretty fun. I think I just like found it in like that Momoland-y kind of just like whatever music. I thought like it was okay. But yeah, I hated the uniform, the like porny uniform so much, because I think that there's such a huge difference between wearing an actual tailored school uniform and wearing a like costume of a school uniform, which I just feel like cheapens it to like a gross like strip club level. That's just like, who is this for? What are we doing?
And it also felt very dated. Like I kind of feel like the groups that come out nowadays that are trying to be sexy and appeal to that male gaze don't go for this cheesy porn star schoolgirl look anymore. And so it was like just in poor taste all around, in my opinion.
Yeah. So sorry to Daydream that your dreams were crushed like 4 months in.
Yeah, that didn't last long, but hopefully you can move on to bigger and better things.
Bigger and better things. Next up, we have a group who debuted in March on the 3rd called Craxy.
It's pronounced crashy.
Oh, it's crashy.
It's supposed to be like crazy, but crashy.
Okay, so it's capital Craxy. Yes. Crashy. Okay, that's cute. So they have 5 members, and they are from S.A Entertainment Company.
It's Itainment.
Oh, S.I.
That's not a typo. It's entertainment.
Oh.
S.A. Itainment.
Itainment. All right. Pre-debut, they were known as the Wish Girls,
which started all the way back in 2018, and then they like redid their concept and debuted with a full album called My Universe, and the title was called Aria.
Anytime, anyway, 날 위해 잡은 손 놓지 마. We can make it day. We can make it day. Anyway, you know I'm not. Anyway, you know I got it.
Yeah, so the Aria music video has like these very insane like military looks that I really, really liked, where they have all these like chains and stuff on them, and it was filmed like in a palace, and it like definitely is trying to be like very, very epic.
I fucking loved this. I loved every single visual of it, and it that split dye CL queen in her throne, like
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
rapper
yeah.
is so great. I thought every single look was super powerful and dynamic, and they also had like the sort of like tough military in your face, and then they had that one girl in the like flowy pretty dress with the flowers behind her in the water, and I thought, like, you and I had just been talking after that 2010 hit the stage, how no group ever really felt like they came in to fill the To Anyone spot.
Right.
And this group, I feel like that was definitely the vibe they were going for. I was like,
sure.
okay, here's your CL, here's your Park Bomb. And I thought they nailed it. I really, really liked this one.
Yeah, Aria was really cool, and I definitely recommend the dance practice as well, because the music video doesn't, like, they really put some choreo together for this, and the music video, rightfully, is focusing on the, like,
Yeah.
big shots, but like, the choreo is great. But I will just say I was very disappointed, because after I watched Aria, they had, like, a pre-debut release.
Yeah, it was
That was
called
cool.
My Universe.
Not good, and I was very upset at how not good the pre-debut release
that's
was.
too
It's
bad.
like mixed really poorly, and the music video is like lit badly, and it just like sounds unprofessional and not good. So I was like truly surprised at how good the like Aria video was, because their pre-debut stuff like seemed to be foretelling like a worse.
Well, I'm glad they turned it around or figured out what their concept was going to be, because I was into this, and I haven't listened to the rest of the album, but hope, because they debuted with a full album, which is I think the only group on this list to do
To have
so.
a whole album.
And so hopefully the rest is good, but I haven't listened to it. But I really liked this one, and I recommend watching the music video too, in addition to the dance practice, because
Yeah.
it's very regal and in your face, and I didn't even care that they pronounce it Aria instead of Aria.
I just kept thinking about all of the women that are kneeled on the sides of the red carpet, just like the whole time.
Yes, when she like walks
What an
down
acting
her
job.
like palace. I've been watching The Untamed, which is like a Chinese historical drama,
Okay.
and I'm just thought of like powerful like cultivators like making their peasants kneel. Into it.
So Crashy.
All right, after Crashy, we had Girls 2000, and they debuted on March 5th. This is a 4-member indie idol group that debuted from the company Dongyeon Planning and Lamia Music with the single Butterfly Dance.
There's no music video for this.
Yeah, it was just a like audio
It's
track.
just an audio track.
And I gotta say, I was excited to hear this one because I was interested to see like what is indie
yeah, what is
idol.
indie idol?
And because I read that all of the members play a part in writing and composing the music, and oh my god, I thought this was such a mess. Like there was just so much happening. It was like it felt like it was mixed poorly, even though I honestly feel like I don't know enough about music production to like confidently say that that's
The
what
problem.
it was. But it sounded like it had about 20 different layers of like muddled electro pop sounds, that the voice got like mixed or like lost
Mushed
in
in
it.
it.
And then it was just, I'm sorry. I can't with this cat. You're a mess. And I honestly, like, it almost sounded staticky to the point where I
Like
was
they
like,
put way too many. Because if you
Yes.
put too many sounds in, there's nowhere for it to go, and then it all peaks out, and like, yeah.
yeah, I wrote that they were holding notes that went to nowhere. All right, our next group. This was a duo, not our only duo on the list, but our first duo, and they are called 2NYNE, 2NYNE. They debuted on March 6th with Cows Entertainment with the single Tara Ya. Tara Y-A? Tara Ya.
Yeah, I wrote down for this one, I always want to support a duo on principle. Song isn't unlistenable, but is also not my style.
Yeah, I wrote my final note. I like really tried to be supportive. I like tried to have an open mind for this. I tried to have an open mind for all of them, but this one, like, it was like a tough and sexy sort of concept, but it felt very dated to me in this sort of like Shakira club music sort of way. I thought the house, like EDM, like the way it like amped up, it was too much for me. And then it dropped into this like card-ish chorus, and I very much did not like it. This was not it.
Right.
And I don't know that they've done anything since.
No, and I think this is also the group where I couldn't find literally any information about them, like their full names or their ages, and they seem older to me, but there was like no confirmation of that anywhere.
I also thought they seemed a little bit older, at least like definitely older than a group would normally debut.
Right.
They looked like they were in their mid-20s, or at least they like, with the concept of it, it felt like it was they were in their mid-20s. But yeah, I don't know. I also saw that like different things spelled their name with like an I or a Y, so I don't know, maybe they're having some mess.
Cows Entertainment with a Z. You need to get your
shit
PR
together.
in line. All right, this next one is very exciting, I know.
Yes.
It's come up on the show before, but it's still very exciting. On April 10th was the debut of another duo named Keembo.
Keembo.
Keembo. And this is Kim Boa and Kim Bo Hyung, formerly of Angelica's favorite girl group, Spica.
My Spica ladies. Not only my Spica ladies, but my very favorite one, Kim Boa.
Yeah. So here's a redemption story that works.
Yes.
Where these two members of Spica are back, and they're really back.
Yeah, they're really back. They're playing like a big hand in their in the production of their own music. They've had several releases since their debut, but their debut was a single called Thank You Anyway.
Thank you anyway. Thank you anyway. 내 미소조차 믿지 못하고 메말라가게.
Yeah, Thank You Anyway is of course beautiful, as you can hear, but Scandalous, which came out after that, is great. It's Michelle Branch K-pop.
Oh my god, yes, it is. Scandalous is super Michelle Branch K-pop. Yeah, Thank You Anyway is very pretty because Spica is known for its like excellent singers, and these two were like the lead vocalists of Spica. So they of course have like beautiful song or beautiful vocals. But yeah, Scandalous I did prefer, but my favorite release of theirs so far is a song called 99, because they released Thank You Anyway as a single, and then they came out with another single called Scandalous, and then they released a little EP called 99, which has that as a lead single and then a B-side as well. They have been able to like promote on music shows, which is really exciting. And 99 is like perfect summer, like excellent fun music. Right. I love the music video. My sweet Kim Boa with her like pretty sleeve tattoos and her big eyes and her raspy rap. Oh, I just love her so much. And I'm so glad they're back.
Yeah.
Thank you to Aura Line Entertainment, whoever you may be. They are the ones who signed my beautiful ladies. And after Spica was like so unceremoniously disbanded in the like literally right after they released a single for the first time in so many years, it was just like so abrupt. No, they're over. So I'm just so happy to see my little Keembos back. And obviously, if you didn't put two and two together, the name comes from their names, which both start with Keem
and Bo. Oh, of course.
Okay, now I'm glad I said that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have thought connect of that. The dots.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
That's where it comes from.
All right. Okay, so this next one was a controversial one, but we have to include it because that's what the history books are about.
And they did have a Korean debut.
Yeah. So on April 29th, a group named Kaachi, 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 debuted with a single called Your Turn.
Yes, this 4-member group is actually from Britain, and they are hailed as Europe's first K-pop group. They are 3 white girls and an Asian girl. I don't know if she's Korean. I didn't look it up, to be honest. And they're from a company called Front Row Records. And the company claimed that as a prerequisite, all of the girls who even auditioned or were considered had to have at least 5 years experience and training in voice and dance. However, they debuted in Europe first, and then they went to Korea to debut.
Okay.
And their debut in Korea was not well received. Both the music video and the performances were basically hailed as being very amateur. They were criticized for not looking polished or professional, and like they needed a lot more training.
Yeah, truly, that was my biggest thought. Is I wrote, I wouldn't be mad at this if it was better.
Yeah.
Like, I get the I think I was madder at EXP Expedition just because I'm madder at white guys in general. But I think
at least this group had an Asian in it.
Yeah, but I think I wouldn't be. I feel like I just wouldn't have been mad at it if they were any good. But like, it's not great. They're not good singers. Their dancing isn't as good as it should be for like a group that was formed as a dance group.
Yeah,
It
and
was
like
just
to
like
be,
not good.
Yeah, I wrote that regardless of debate about white girls doing K-pop, this is bad but good as a high school talent show.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this was like on par with like the performances that our dance team does.
Yeah.
Like we get up in costumes and we do our best, but would we look polished next to a group of actual K-pop
No.
stars? Absolutely fucking not.
And I
Like,
wouldn't
no.
expect anybody to treat me with
And
like
I
one.
would never, I would like not even volunteer to appear on one of those shows.
Right.
Like, not in comparison to that or whatever.
Right.
So I just think like, this was controversial and it was not well received. And in my opinion, it was not very good.
I had a single pro, which is the one Asian girl is wearing this like white cape. It's like a little cute like a little cute like white onesie, but it has like a whole full shoulder cape. So it's like it's very elegant. It does not match the other things. It doesn't go, but that one single like cape romper, cute, very cute. Really liked it.
There you
that
go.
was my positive for Kachi.
Next up on the list, we have on May 15th a group called Woo Ah! WOO exclamation point AH exclamation point debuted with a single called Woo Ah.
널 let me pick up 완전 필수급 즐겁게 라라라 모두 다 who you I'll be this
Yeah, this group has 5 members. They apparently had 6, but
They debuted with
Okay.
6 in May, and then Songyi, one of the girls, she left in August. So they currently have only 5, and they are under NV Entertainment.
So this is a music video that I literally like thought about as I was watching it, like being a TikTok kid and capturing my own face like while I watched this music video, because I watched it in abject horror. Like it just kept getting, I couldn't believe that it kept getting worse. It's just like unfathomable. But the strangest thing about it, I wrote, is that it like literally has all the pieces. Like they're wearing the right things. It's like it has all the pieces of like a modern like 2020 girl group debut. But it's like they made the wrong choice in every possible moment. And the song gets this. I can't believe that the song is so terrible. It's so terrible.
Yeah, it has like a salt and pepper push it intro beat. And then it goes into like one of the most grossly eggo verses I've heard in a long time. I did write that the chorus was fun, but that one of the girls has a voice I truly hate. And that ultimately this was like a crazy Franken song that I only liked 1/3 of.
Right.
So
Yeah, so I wanted when I pressed play to like this, because I think having punctuation in your group title is like funny. It's like a funny way to start. Like I want woo-ah to be like a woo-ah group. But yeah, I hated it so much. And it just baffled me because it like it doesn't look bad. Like I don't know, like all the pieces were there. but it was wrong somehow. So that was woo-wah. Next up on May 19th, which is a busy day, it looks like.
Yeah, 2 debuts that day.
About Entertainment debuted a 5-member girl group called Red Square in all caps. And the single is called Colorful.
2 words. Colorful, F-U-L-L.
네 맘을 흔들어 So colorful color 눈이 부신 this body 오늘을 기다린 걸 넓고 아름다운 colorful color 너를 위한 거야 이 손을 잡으면 영원할 거야 색색이 뚜뚜뚜
My first initial immediate all caps reaction is, holy shit, I love this. I loved this one. This was the one that got the strongest reaction out of me, I think. The music video for sure has a budget and has a very interesting concept that I wanted to discuss whether we think it's smart or too risky, which is that it's almost a faceless singer music video and that all the
Yes.
girls are wearing blindfolds and then the group dance shots are fully in shadow. So nobody's faces are clearly seen in this debut video.
Yeah, and there's even a few shots where they have like what would normally be like a beautiful portrait like solo shot, and then the eyes are blurred out.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was really cool. I loved the concept and the visuals of this music video. Although my very first note was, wow, so literal. Because the song starts with like, I can be red, I can be pink, I can be green, or whatever.
Yeah,
and
they
I was
list
like,
some colors.
okay, got it. Colorful. But the whole concept is that they are like blind, and there's like literally a part where it's like the blind teaching the blind about color. And so I thought the concept was really interesting. I thought this song was really fun in sort of a like SNSD holiday sort of
Yeah.
way. There's even a part where I felt like I could hear the like ha ha holiday. But I liked the song and I thought the concept was really cool. I guess it is risky to have this like mystery group, but I feel like
think-
it was well done
Right.
to the point where it would work in your favor and just get people's attention and be like, "Oh, I want to know more about this group," because that's what I thought.
Yes, I think it worked because they do appear to have like great vocal talent and like the song is good and you can like it's like you don't need to see them. It doesn't matter. Like that's the point of like doing a faceless singer is it's like it doesn't matter if they're pretty. Like
Yeah.
just listen. And I'm sure they all are gorgeous, but like yeah, it's just an interesting thing to do with a girl group because I've heard like solo artists debut faceless, but like a whole group debuting faceless. I just thought it was like so fascinating and I loved the song. So like Red Square is very high on my list this year.
Definitely going to be paying attention to them. The next group that we have, they also debuted on May 19th, and the only reason they did is because their debut was postponed because of the pandemic. This is a 5-member group from Vine Entertainment called Secret Number, who debuted with their single, Who Dis?
깊어져 don't be surprised Oh 아찔하게 보여줘 난 이대로 너무 좋은 걸 바꾸려 하지 마 내 스타일대로 살아 딴딴한 내 매력에 이미 난 빠져
I immediately liked the horns in this song a lot. It like starts with a very strong like horn.
It's a clarinet.
Oh yes, our clarinets, 2020 clarinets. They look really great and dance very well, but I personally found the chorus pretty atonal, and I like did not enjoy it. One of the girl who sings the pre-chorus, a little flat. Didn't love it, but they look spectacular, and the music video is like it doesn't look cheap, and it has all of your standard neon subway station.
Yeah, I thought I liked this one. It was like one of my favorites of the group. And I thought that it was perfect modern K-pop. I thought it fit tremendously well among the CLCs and the ITZYs of the current landscape. I thought there's great fashion and looks in like every scene of the music video. I had zero complaints about it.
Well, great. So that's Secret Number.
Who, fun fact, says their role model group is A-Pink.
I love that. Anybody who looks up to A-Pink is great and smart.
But you did not think this was great.
I
so.
didn't, but I think that they are smart. I don't like this song, but they have good opinions. All right, next up on May 24th, this is a 4-member group called Like Me. Their company is called Space Music Entertainment, and the single is also called Like Me.
I'm in here. Wake up like 지내려봐. 지금부터 우리 내 곁에 너도 원래 내게 빠져 헤어나가 like me. 나처럼 해봐요 이렇게. We are like me.
I didn't find a music video for this, but I did find a
Rooftop
performance.
yeah.
And this is another one of those. This seems to me like Cindy, the choreographer, just really wanted to have a music video, and she got 3 friends and they made a song. Like, it's very amateurish. I didn't finish listening to it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it does feel very amateur. So, like you just mentioned, Cindy. Cindy's one of the names of the members. Like,
Right.
One of the members is the choreographer for this group. And I truly thought it felt like K-pop for beginners choreo. It was like a class of it felt like what if you showed someone who had some genuine sense of rhythm, like 4 K-pop music videos, and you said, what is K-pop choreo like? This is what they would do.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's like a watered down, poor interpretation of what K-pop choreo should be, which I guess is a pretty harsh criticism. But I thought the whole thing was cheap. Like, the song is not melodic. One of the notes is so wildly off key that I couldn't even believe it. It sounded like when I would play G-Friend Rough at a quarter speed
when
and
we were
freak
practicing
Cookie
it.
out. That's what it was, but it was the real note in the song.
Yikes.
And I literally wrote horrific chorus and rap. So all in all, like me, I did not like
me.
you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Moving along to June 30th. After 10 years of no new girl group debuts, Play M Entertainment debuts a 7-member girl group called Weekly. It has 3 E's. So that it's a 7-letter word, because their concept is all around weeks, and each girl represents a week. And one of them is named Wednesday. They have one girl who has a name, day
That
of
is
the
a day
week
of the
name,
week.
but only one. Anyway, they debuted with a single called Tag Me at Me.
하고 싶은 말야 지금 충분한가 살살 톡톡 줄여라 적어줄래 그 나라 내가 알고 있던지 No no 그럼 아무거나 목말라 하고 싶은 말야 난 지금 충분한가 가슴 뻗으면 수근수근 난리 나는 type
Yeah, I wrote, look at how perfect they are with their debut dark brown hair and their school uniforms. I love this on principle of just being like a classic girl group debut. And that, it just reminds me of old times, of old, better times where it's like they're treating them like A-Pink, where they all just kind of look the same and they're wearing school uniforms because they're a new
Yeah.
girl group, and that's what you do when you're new.
Yeah, and they have their well coordinated but not matchy outfits, and the real actual tailored school uniforms, and not the porn
ones,
versions.
yeah.
Yeah, this song has a Mickey You're So Fine kind of intro, which immediately made me skeptical of it. It's really not my taste. It's too cutesy for me, but I do think the outfits are really cute. Really, really cute. There's super good, tight choreo in it. And the vocals are really good. I super, super liked the polka dot pant rapper. She, I thought, was great, and I thought she was beautiful. But overall, not my style.
Yeah, it's my style. And I wish I liked the song a little bit better, but like I like based on concept alone, I am like supportive of Weekly because it is my vibe of girl group, and like A-Pink is grown up now, so like their little sisters can take over. I think my only complaint, which I think is just like an old, I feel like an old get off my lawn lady complaint, is that I'm so tired of the trap beat rapping because I already think we need to just like give up the rapping in the K-pop. Like if you're
Oh,
not,
girl, that's never gonna happen.
I know it will never happen, but it's like now
Gotta
every
suck it up and find the silver lining.
But yeah, it's just now I feel like everybody does. They will you completely like drop out of any kind of rhythm that your song already had to do
True.
the exact same like da 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 that like everybody is doing right now. And I guess it just kind of like bothers me where I'm like, if we're just gonna do like, can we just go back to doing the like shiny style like K-pop rap, like early SM K-pop rapping if we must.
No, I hate that kind of rapping. I much prefer this one. Like if you're gonna force me to listen to rap, at least make it look good. Like
Yeah.
give me a real flow.
True.
Um,
But at the same time,
that was literally the only part of the song I liked.
See, this is what we're saying. But there is like a cool dance break outro after the rap as well that's like very like strong and tough and crazy.
The choreo is really good in this. I liked it a lot.
But
Go ahead.
oh, just one more thing about Weekly that I thought was cute is that they already have a fan club name, and their fan club is called Daily with 3 E's.
Yeah.
3
They are not the
E's.
only group on this list that has a fandom name. I did not note the rest
Okay.
that did. But there are others that already have them too.
Sure, of
Just for
course.
the record. So moving along into more my style
Yes.
of girl groups, we have our first Red Velvet subunit, Red Velvet, Irene and Seulgi, who debuted on July 6th with an EP called Monster.
아무리 monster 날 꺼내 날 괴롭혀 내 꿈만 꾸게 해난 춤추고 놀래 가위 눌린 너의 그 몸 위에 줄을 걸면 I'm a little monster
I think that we talked about this when it like earlier this summer when it
Yeah.
came out because I feel like I mentioned or maybe it was during the convention and not actually on the air. I didn't
can't
love
remember.
Monster. The single itself. The single to me I really 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 don't like the horror movie children's lullaby version that chorus thing the like I really don't like that. The choreo is, of course, amazing to this. And Irene wore a stunning blonde wig for several of these stages.
Right.
But the B-sides are what make this EP for me. They released after Monster, they did release like a follow-up single, which was called Naughty. That is God tier,
Yeah.
like top level. Unbelievable. If somehow you live under a rock and you missed Naughty, pause
Go
this
back,
episode
please.
right now and
Stop.
go watch it. Like you may not listen to another word I say until you watch that. And then Jelly is my favorite B-side off of that album.
Okay.
I really, really liked it. That album is super good. And I bought the physical copy and it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. We looked at it before we recorded. Yeah, I just wrote for this one like they are amazing because like I think even though Monster was also not my vibe, I like watched the video again for this for like the second time, and I feel like you can't watch it and like think anything other than like, oh, they're amazing because they're
Yeah.
amazing. But like, yeah, the song is just it's just a little too like creepy. It's just not quite my vibe. But yeah, the other stuff that I've heard from them is great. And it's an interesting little subunit.
Yeah, I also I just had a lot of like really petty gripes like as an SM stan, you know, like I have a lot of petty gripes against SM. One of them is their continued insistence to repeat titles for their own artists.
Right.
Not only titles in literal songs, but titles of albums they
Right.
repeat. And like I don't know why you would do that, especially when a group like the most popular music video and dance practice you have as a company is already a song called Monster. Come on. Like
Yeah.
give them something else. And I know they don't write them themselves, so it's not like Seulgi and Irene were like, like this is our
It has
baby,
to be
our song
called
called
Monster.
Monster. Like songwriters
There's not
are giving
another-
them the songs.
Yeah, there's not another.
Call it something else.
They could have even called it Little,
Little
Monster.
Monster. Call it Little Monster. Like, oh my God. Whatever.
Whatever.
The EP is good. Check it out.
Great. Next, we have a big old 9-member group that debuted on July 20th called Chic and Idle. And Idle is spelled like lazy, IDLE.
Yeah. Which I was so excited for this because I
That's a
fucking
great
love that
title.
title. It's punny and it's hilarious.
Yeah, because someone who's like chic and idle is like mean and doesn't care and like is
Yes.
also not doing
And it's
anything.
but like chic is like you are gorgeous and fashionable, but you're idle, you're lazy, and like wow, I just think that's so funny.
It is funny. Okay, so they debuted with a cover of the early K-pop Rula song 3-4.
여기 숨쉬는 이 시간은 나를 어디로 데려갈까 많은 깊은 감정들이 뒤섞인 이
Yeah, so they didn't do anything to change this Rula song. I think it might be in a slightly different key. But yeah, I loved again, in this music video, we've got a lot of like sexy costume changes. There's a point where they're on like a yacht and they're wearing these very matchy sailory yacht costumes. I liked those. You guys know I love nautical themes. But other than that, they are wearing porn star-esque uniformy things. Don't like it. Looks cheap. Don't like it.
Yeah, I wrote, ooh, these cheap plastic costumes, sad face. And then the only other thing I could say about it was that they're all very pretty.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, I feel like I wish I had a better name for it, but there's like a very tropey style of music video that usually lands on cheaper girl group companies, which is just like renting out like an apartment pension house,
Like a
and
beach villa.
filming a music video in the pool.
Yeah.
I've seen it a jillion times. And this is one of those, like, just your standard, like, it's TNA, but they're, like, trying to pretend that it isn't. Because, like, they're just eating popsicles and having a good time. But, like, their titties are out. We can see it.
Yeah, they also like have a whole sequence where they're just like in their like really beautiful, like super cute poolside outfits, and then they all jump in the pool wearing their beautiful clothes. And I hate
that.
I hate looking at people swimming in their real clothes. I hate it. I
Yeah.
don't think we mentioned it, but this group is from Liz Entertainment. And that's all I got to say about
And that's
them.
Chic and Idol. All right, next up.
Is a group called Blastar, Blastar. They debuted the very next day, but they debuted July 31st as a 5-member group from VH Entertainment with the single One Way.
길을 따라가보자 Just the way I am 내 길을 가볼게 내 방식대로 해날 믿어보겠네 Just the way I am 내 길을 가볼게 내 방식대로 해날 믿어줘
I noted that this is a group with a very big age gap in it. A lot of their birthdays weren't listed, but one member, the leader, is 29 and the maknae is 18.
Oh wow, that is a big age.
So they have a big
Age gap.
gap between them. But like, I thought that this song was pretty solid. Me
too.
It's very interesting.
It has a definite overt like Latin influence in the sort of strummy guitar and the horns, and then once the like chorus drops to the like and they like walk
very
slowly,
strong and slow.
shouldery forward. I loved the choreo in this. This was also like one of my favorites of the debuts. Their rappers very hot. The music video I thought looked low budget, but in the way that like only one of's music videos are
Right.
low budget, where you can tell they didn't spend a lot of money on it, but it works.
They're
like
trying.
it looks
yeah.
good.
It doesn't look bad.
Yeah. Like you can tell it wasn't expensive, but it doesn't look cheap.
Right. Yeah, this is one where as soon as the music video ended, I immediately looked to see if there were performances. There was a dance practice like filmed in an empty office building that I watched like twice in a row because I was like enjoying the choreo to this one so much. Yeah, I really liked Blastar.
Me too. And I love a 5-member group, love a 5-member choreo.
It was great. This next one is another one that I also really, really enjoyed. This came out on August 4th. 5-member group called Maka Maka. And their debut single is called Burning Power.
상상은 그대로 dreaming of bunny power. Bunny power.
Yeah, so this is just like colorful, sweet girls dancing to electropop. Like,
Yeah, I thought this was very like a nice summery beach song. That I wrote that it was like pleasant and sweet. Definitely not a song that I would like buy or listen to again, but not offensive to my ears.
this was another one where I feel like a couple of these I just got sucked into dance practices because I feel like music videos weren't showcasing things properly, and this was one of those cases where the music video is like, again, it's that cheap style of music video where they're just like running along the Han River and smiling and hugging and doing bubbles and like they're just having a nice time. And it's like showing all the cute members, but there's a dance practice and there's good choreo to this song that's worth watching.
They are from, I don't think we mentioned it, they're from Blue Moon Entertainment.
And apparently their name apparently Maka Maka means friendly friend. So friends, they're friends.
The next group we have is called Floria, Floria. They are a 4-member group that debuted on August 11th from DK Entertainment with a single called Chitty Chitty.
Make me 느낌이 있어. You make me better. 하늘빛이 떨어지는 그림이 걸어가. Take me 너와 함께 새로운.
And wow, did Chitty Chitty take me on a ride.
Oh man.
It's a ride.
It is I like don't necessarily I like recommend that you watch it. I don't necessarily recommend this because I didn't like it. Like I don't think it's good, but it's one of those things you just gotta see.
That you just gotta see. Yeah, the music video is like, I wrote wow sexy because it was like immediately very sexy.
Yeah, I literally wrote whoa strong from the jump because I think the very first choreo move is like a drop squat, like hip roll or something. It's just very much like, here is my vagina, and
Yeah.
it was a lot.
And the music video takes place in like a horrible chair graveyard.
Oh my god, what's
where
with
there
all
were
the
just
chairs?
like broken chairs
There's
everywhere.
just like piles of chairs, and then they're dancing in front of the chairs, and sometimes they're sitting in the middle of the pile of chairs, like on a precariously stacked chair. Like, why? And the chorus choreography is a lot. It's like licking the thumb and then like licking their tits, basically.
Yeah.
And like it's a bit of a Franken song as well, because like the pre-chorus is just it's just a lot. The whole thing is a lot.
It's just a ride. It reminded me a little bit. It's worse. It's comparatively much worse, but it reminded me a little bit of the newest Dreamcatcher Boca song. Just in that, like, that song, it like has a very normal like K-pop, verse and pre-chorus, and then the chorus goes back to Dreamcatcher, and I like forget that that's what their music is like. And this one also has like a strange like reggae rock, some kind of odd overblown rock in the chorus that comes out of absolutely nowhere,
Yeah.
and it's wild. It's
Yeah.
truly wild. So that's Floria for you.
Chitty chitty.
Next up, in August on the 21st, a 4-member girl group from Jay-Z Factory Entertainment, Ariel, but it's spelled like Ariel, Areal, Ariel. Their music video, or their debut single is called Wake Me Up.
Hey, I'm ready to wake me up. Look at me, wake me up, new me. Look at me, wake me up, up, up. Look at me, wake me up, new me. Look at me.
Now here is one where I feel like I need to make like, this is my early recommendation. Don't watch the music video for this one. I think they really blew it on the music video.
I agree.
Because they filmed it at that weird European village that's like showed up in like, it shows up in dramas and variety shows sometimes. There's this weird vacation village where all the houses look like Europe. They filmed it there, and the girls are wearing like pastel polo shirts, and like it's very strange, but the like dance and the choreo like go really hard and are like sexy and really fun, and like do not match this music video that they made at all. But like I watched the dance practice like several times in a row because I thought it was awesome.
Okay, I'll
As a
have to check.
dance.
I didn't look for the dance practice because I didn't really like this song, but that was my like main note, was that the visuals are so like calm and cutesy, but the song is like so EDM, like it's so intense in the like electro pop elements or whatever. And I wrote like, I wish the music video had more choreo, because the small pieces of choreo that you can see in the music video clearly like looked good.
Yeah,
and
it is
was
good.
just like, what is happening in this music? Like, who approved this?
It is good. So that's my earliest rec, is the Ariel
Dance
Wake Me Up
practice.
dance practice.
Fun fact, this group also appeared in our favorite NOM, Nature of Man's music video, I'm So Sexy.
Oh, wow.
I didn't watch the music video, so I don't know what role they played, but they were in it.
But yeah, Nature of
Pre-debut.
Man came back. But we
Yeah.
don't talk about boys in this episode.
The next group we have was exciting to see on the list because they are a 3-member trot group. They're called Bulgi. Bulgi?
Yoldi.
They debuted on August 23rd from The New Entertainment with a single called Beeble Beeble.
가슴이 아이아이야 삐뽀 삐뽀 사랑이 너무 아파요 심장이 아이아이야
Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than it's trot and it's cute as shit. The music video, there's like a dreamy doctor that they're all like dreaming about, and
Yeah,
it's like
the 3
cartoony.
women are like surrounded by obnoxious men in a variety of like situations. Like they're all at work or whatever, and they're like very annoyed with the men around them. So they pretend to faint so that they can get taken to see this dreamy doctor. And at the end of the music video, an old doctor shows up. It's not the dreamy doctor. And the music video literally ends with a zoom in like cutout of his like very like stoic face, and it's so funny. The song is just like a fun trot song. I absolutely love all 3 of the girls' voices. They have that perfect trot vocal that makes them sound 20 years older than they are and
Right.
then they look, and it's fun.
Yeah,
Fun trot song.
there's like a massive tempo switch in the middle, which is always very funny to me. And there's like a cute like partner dancey thing as they're acting out this like drama, like a long lean on a man. I love that kind of stuff.
I loved the bridge of this song. I think that's when that happens.
Yeah.
And it was really fun.
So I love that. I love the idea. I mean, trot is here to stay, and it's having a resurgence right now. And so, like, why not do a trot group? That's so like a real one, not just a Super Junior subunit, like a real trot group. That's
Yeah.
fun.
And the song Beeble Beeble is supposed to be like the siren of the ambulance.
People. Makes sense. Okay. This next group is interesting. On August 23rd, 4 Twitch streamers independently debuted as a group called Tier 4 with a song called Summer Fire.
하늘 위로 이번 여름도 늘 그렇듯 너무 더워 어차피 더워질 거면 나는 불꽃
My first note that I wrote is funny is the beginning of the song just has a lot of like layered vocals at the beginning, like people talking. And one of the first things you hear is somebody going, "Hey guys," which is how like every
Yeah.
video starts. But I wrote, they are acting bored in the music video and the song is making me bored.
Yeah. I wrote that this was what I thought indie K-pop would sound like. Which I didn't necessarily mean like as an insult, but it's not really a compliment. Like, oh, that's exactly what I thought it would sound like. It's just fine. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It's like it's
fine.
exactly what for streamers getting together to put out their own music video would be like. It's exactly what it would be like.
It's soft, but it has like a nice beat, but it's just very like light. It doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah. So I hope that their subscribers all really enjoyed it though. So that's tier 4.
Next up, we have a group called Botopass, and this is spelled all in capital letters Botopass, which is supposed to come from Born to Be Passionate. Or no, sorry, Born to Be Passion. They are an 8-member group from both WKSENE and XX Entertainment, debuted on August 26th with a single called Flamingo.
Look at a moral side. Look at a moral side. Look at a moral side, boy. Like a flamingo, fa la la la. Like a flamingo, 색달나. Like a flamingo, 뭔가 달라.
I wrote, well, they definitely look great. Because the music video looks good. But I wrote, how can your song be called Flamingo and you're only wearing red? Like, I wanted them to be wearing pink dresses when they were wearing red dresses because they keep saying flamingo so many times. And I was like, flamingos are not red.
Yeah, I had to look up the lyrics of this song just to make sure because this is like a heavily Latin-inspired
So you wanted to make
song.
sure it wasn't flamenco?
Yeah, well, I was like, do you think that flamenco is the word flamingo?
Right,
like, I'm
right,
going
right,
to be
right.
very, like, I will flip this table. I was about to be so mad. But it's not. The lyrics are like, I'm different like a flamingo, let's fly, or whatever. So they're choosing the image of a flamingo to be something that is unique and colorful, which I didn't hate that metaphor, but I really didn't, I feel like I can see the like creative director like talking and being like, okay, so it's flamingo, right? And we're gonna go Spanish
Right.
because flamenco. And like I could just see
Yeah.
it as being fucking terrible.
It's like my
Um,
exact thing that makes me think of is on, again, sorry to talk about Boys and the Girl episode, but on Road to Kingdom when Pentagon got Monsta X Follow as their assigned song. We decided that follow sounds like the word pharaoh, and then
so they did an
Egypt
Egyptian
did an
theme.
Egypt
That's
remix. That's what
stupid.
this sounds like.
I think that's dumb.
It is.
Like, I
It's
just
very
think that's dumb. So the whole time I was watching this music video, I almost felt like I couldn't even really appreciate it because I thought the Latin concept was so stupid. Not that it was like poorly done or like culturally appropriative or whatever. Like, I guess that's a debate for another day. But I just thought it was stupid.
Yeah.
There's also a moment of really bad braids in it, in the sense that like I don't even, to the point where I don't even know if those were supposed to be culturally appropriative, but they're really poorly done and they look horrible. But my general conclusion to this was I don't hate it, but it's fine? Question mark.
Yeah, I wrote, oh, the music video is very queerbaity, like very, very, lots of like the girls in different pairs, like in each other's laps and like doing like, are we gonna kiss? I'm like, I don't never know how to feel about that. And the other thing I was unsure about is that the entire chorus has a man's voice singing the whole chorus, like
does it? I
under
didn't
their
even, like,
voices. And I
notice.
was like, I don't know if I like that. It definitely like adds a vibe. But I just didn't think I was very distracted by it because I just kept hearing like on down the octave there's a man just singing the whole chorus. So that was weird. But that's Botopass. Botopass.
Born to Passion.
All right. Next up. On September 2nd, a 4-member group from J Planet Entertainment named Lunar Solar debuted. Their single was called Solar Flare, and the song is Oh Ya Ya Ya.
Oh,
I thought this had a really cute and like catchy chorus. And what I liked a lot about this was the point dance from the chorus. If only because I feel like groups don't really do a point dance anymore. At least a
Right.
point dance that's like easy for people to learn. And this one is very easy for people to learn. It's just like a little like sort of Charleston-y like kick your feet up sort of thing that I did think was cute. However, I feel like, and this isn't necessarily an insult, but I feel like I cannot look at groups like this without thinking of ITZY, because the visuals and the like aesthetics of their costumes are so obviously inspired by ITZY, and I think ITZY's better. But also, like, I just feel like it's like unfair to compare them because they
Right.
are different, but they're clearly going for the same aesthetic, and the choreo is like not on the same level in any way, shape, or form. So I kind of feel like I'm already like comparing them in like an uneven way. So it's like not necessarily an insult to say that they look like ITZY, because I do like ITZY and I like the way they dress, but I like can't look at them without thinking about ITZY.
Right.
And that's never good, right? To look at a group and always think about some other group.
Sure. Yeah, the thing I thought about this one was like as soon as the song started, I was like, I know this song. I've heard this song, but I haven't heard this song 'cause it came out a week ago. But like listening to it more, I think in that exact same way that we were talking in the 2000 episode and the BoA episode about how 20 years ago people had 12 sounds with which to mix with, and then every song sounded the same. I think this is like a this is like a perfect example of what a 2020 K-pop song sounds like. It has that like, hey, and it has all the whooshes and all of the sounds that are in every single Twice song, every single Chungha song, every single, like, this is just what a girl song in 2020 sounds like. And so I don't want to, like, again, I don't want to like count that against Lunar Solar. They're doing the thing, but it also isn't unique. So that's
Right.
where I think it's their problem, because like they are new. And I think we see this a lot when we get random boy groups in the boy games, is that like
They don't stand out.
You
'cause
don't stand
they're just
out.
doing a
The
sort of
thing.
like amalgamation of what all the other groups are doing. And so then, like, what are you doing to stand out or to make yourselves different? And I think there were a couple of groups in this year's like roundup of girl groups that had that same sort of, I almost want to say like fatal flaw, because ultimately that makes you unforgettable.
right.
But
Totally.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I mean,
but this one, I will like the thing about this Lunar Solar song is I felt like compared to some of the others, which also were very derivative, this was like produced perfectly. Like the song is exactly the song. Like it's exactly the song. It's the song. But yeah, that didn't make it. So it's like I didn't hate it, but I also didn't like find anything to like latch on and love about it.
yeah, because there were
is.
some groups in this. I mean, we're not done, but like there were some groups this year where I was like, "Ooh, yes, I like this. I'm definitely gonna like look more into like what they do or like follow up on them." Or like some groups where I already own like their music. But this was one that didn't grab my attention.
Yeah.
But yeah. We have one more official debut that has already happened. This is a group called Luminous Elf. They are from a company called SA Entertainment, and they are an 8-member kids girl group. 2 of the members are sisters, just a fun fact. And their single is called Energy Star.
普通に타오르고 어지러워도 누구도 관심조차 없었던 날로 불 꺼진 무대 위
So my notes for this one, the first thing I wrote is, oh God, kids and pop punk. And then there's like a ton of exclamation points and question marks. And then my final note was only words to describe this: piercing.
This is these are my notes. They're very similar. Pop punk guitar with echoey child voices. Why? Who is this for? Kids pop. but make sure it's flat.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's all I got for
That's all
Luminous
I got.
Elf.
Yeah, so
Stop making kids groups
yeah.
with literal children.
Yeah.
Who are they for, aside from the parents?
Yeah, or other kids who can stand that kind of music for the small window of time that they can. I don't know.
I don't even know if kids can stand that kind of music, though. Like, well, I guess Kids Bop is supposedly, like, very successful. I am assuming, since there's 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
But I, like, when I was a child, I didn't want to listen to other children sing,
right.
you know?
I would hate when they did that because we were definitely a Radio Disney in the
Yes,
car family.
and when you got the cassette tape that had the children singing over it, I was like, throw that out.
Right.
Nobody wants that. As like a 6-year-old.
I still
Like, I
constantly-
want my voice to be the only child voice that's singing over Hakuna Matata.
I constantly think about this weird Mambo number 5 remix that they used to play that was like kids and Mickey and Donald, and they would be like, we're gonna get some ice cream at the store. They like
Oh,
changed the
God.
words to like, and then Mickey and Minnie are here, like whatever.
No.
Anyway.
An abomination.
The last thing we had on the list is a group that's been teased but hasn't debuted yet.
Yes, but we had to include them in the list because they do debut this month on September 24th. A group XUM, Zoom. I don't know how to say
We'll
it.
see. So far all there is a teaser, and it's like shadows and like very sexy on the ground
Yes,
dancing.
it starts. So they're like all in silhouettes. Oh, just the facts out of the way. This is a 3-member unit from the group Neon Punch, which
Okay.
disbanded on August 11th. Neon Punch we had included last year, and they disbanded in August. And so this is a group derived from them, from A100 Entertainment. They originally were supposed to debut on August 25th, another reason we had to include them on the list. But one of their staff members came in contact with someone who had the coronavirus. And so out of like safety precautions,
all had
they
to go
shut
in.
everything down
Yeah.
and got everybody tested and quarantined and whatever. And nobody tested positive. Everybody's fine. It was handled very well. But that is why they got postponed. So the teaser itself is like they come out and they're like all in shadow, like lit from behind, and they look like tough and sexy. And then they like immediately drop to the
Dude,
floor
body
in
roll
like
down
a
to the ground,
Hyolan,
like the WAP
body roll.
challenge,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
straight down
Just
to the
like,
ground.
boom, like down on the ground. And I was like, oh damn, like just silhouettes and cargo pants. Like that's all this fucking is, which is not something I dislike. I mean, I love Hyolan so much. Like I don't mind a booty shake if
Right.
it's, you know, an empowering booty shake.
Of course.
So I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna look out for Shoom or Zoom or XUM
Or whatever it is.
or whatever they are, because the teaser sounded aesthetically pleasing, and I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
So September 24th, keep an eye out.
Great. Well, that is our 2019 or 2020 class. Excuse me. I don't know. Wouldn't it be great if it was 2019? Okay. 2020 class of girl groups in need of your support. Yeah, I was very surprised at how many groups were on this list, especially ones that debuted very recently, because I've been reading about how the coronavirus is like really affecting tiny companies. And like that's why so many groups are weirdly disbanding, is because like those kind of groups rely on mall openings and like
Busking.
college party or like, you know,
Little
club
festivals
performance,
and-
all
yeah.
that stuff that they cannot do anymore. So like, you know, the companies that can't do a Beyond Live concert
Mm-hmm.
aren't going to be able to make that money up. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if there are more weird disbandments this year, but it seems like people are pushing through anyway, so we'll see.
Yeah, there were a lot of debuts in August alone. So and most of these groups, as is usually the case with these episodes, they're all from these like small unknown companies. So that doesn't always spell success, but hopefully,
you never know.
Like we'll keep our fingers crossed and we'll keep our eyes out for the girls that we liked, and hopefully you found a few more groups that you can take some time to keep up with.
Yeah, let us know what you liked of these 27 girl groups, and we'll be right back with some kind of girl group in the random game. Okay, we're back. And as tradition of the girl group episode states, we must get a girl group in the random generator and we'll go on if it picks a boy. But this year, it picked a girl group for us. We didn't have to. And it's a girl group that has actually gotten a sort of deep dive on this show before.
We've definitely talked about them several times and included clips of and like an outline of their discography. And that is 4 Minute. So if you listened to our Hyuna deep dive, you will already know quite a bit about the history of 4 Minute because we did include them in Hyuna's activities. But they were a girl group from Cube Entertainment that was formed in 2009. They were specifically meant to be like an edgier girl crush style group. And they disbanded in 2016 after they were not able to negotiate contract renewals successfully between Cube and the rest of the members. And we talked about this on the Hyuna deep dive, but it was like a real shady shit show in the sense that like Cube wanted Hyuna to go solo and didn't necessarily didn't care to keep the rest of the group going and didn't really tell anyone that that was their plan and really threw Hyuna under the bus there.
That is true.
So a sad story from 4 Minute.
Yes, but they were a very, very important like second gen girl group. They were part of the landscape. And I was trying to Google it and I can't find it. But I think one of the members, there is currently a show that's like going to be airing. I think it's like Jung Hwa's show and it's like about girls who used to be singers.
Oh.
I wonder if I can find anything about it. Or maybe it was a different person, like not Jung Hwa.
Well,
I
while
can't
you look
find
for
it.
that, they were just to your point that they were like a significant group, right? They were around for like about 7 years. And they were not like insubstantial or insignificant. They received several major awards, including the Rookie Award at the 2009 Golden Discs. They received the K-Pop New Artist Award at the 2010 Billboard Japan Awards. And they even got the Bonsang Award for the Seoul Music Awards in 2011, 12, and 14. So they were popular and they had a very large female fan base based on their girl crush image.
Great. I can't find the information about that show. Maybe I'll plug it in and link it if I think it. But somebody, if it's not Jung Hwa, it's that trot singer that we talked about. Somebody's hosting a show where it's going to be like first and second gen like girl singers who like aren't singers anymore, and it's going to be like a show. And I want to say there's a 4 Minute that's going to be doing it, but maybe I'm thinking wrong because I know a Tiara is doing it. I tried to Google those words and it wasn't getting me anywhere. So anyway, point is, 4 Minutes most popular music video
Is crazy.
is Crazy. Iconic black and white music video for a song that goes real hard. So, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm the female monster.
So we've got, it's all black and white, of course. Hyuna starts us off, and we've got a lot of different looks. There's like the iconic look with the bucket hats where they all have their names on it. And then there's this like solo stage of Hyuna looking like very beautiful with some backup dancers. We have a lot of booty right in the camera. There is a shot of some questionable braids. There's like a few moments in here with bad
Yes,
braids.
this video was listed in the cultural appropriation episode for its hair offenses.
Yeah, both Hyuna and one of the other members have bad braids. Oh god, the way that they dance with these like big ass heels.
I know. I just like
Their shoes are so big. But I love these bucket hats over their eyes.
yeah, they just look like so mysterious and cool.
Ooh, I like that this girl's hair is the only thing that's in color. And they do cool things with the like male backup dancers. They're not always there. Oh, does each one of them have one thing
A
of
color
color? 'Cause
that
this
shows,
one
yeah.
has red
Red
socks.
socks.
I didn't notice colors on any of the others.
I think it'll happen later, maybe. We missed it. It's okay, but the first in the rap verse that just happened has one of my favorite K-pop lyrics ever, where she says, "I'm a crazy girl. All right, I'm like Gossip Girl," and I just the syncopation on saying gossip, like Gossip Girl, is very fun. I feel like that move, that like cool slow arm swing comes up in things a lot. And
Yeah,
I've never
it's in
like
a lot of things. It's even in
mastered it.
Hyolin's recent Say My Name.
Yeah, it's like such a popular move. Oh, the circle of
Twerking,
booties.
but I like the use of fishnet. The backup dancers are wearing these like fishnet masks.
Oh
Which would
yeah,
not
which
protect you from the coronavirus.
which is funny because now weird conservative people sell those masks on
Yeah.
Etsy to be like, you
be
can't
fucking
hold me.
dicks.
Oh,
Yeah.
sexy butt touching.
I don't know who allowed her to have that crazy ass ponytail. That was bad. Yeah, because the arm move, it's not about the arms, it's about the
No,
body.
it's all
roll.
about the body roll. But it's like I feel like I find like there's must be a trick to like where you start it that I've never figured out all the way. Wow.
There you go.
There you
For a
go.
minute.
Wow. Beautiful. And Hyuna's hair is black again as of this morning. Everybody rejoice. Yay. All right. Well, that was Girl Groups 2020. Do you have a recommendation for this week?
I do. My recommendation is a B-side off of ITZY's latest EP called Not Shy. And the B-side I want to recommend is a song called Surf. It's different from their like sort of more like, because ITZY does a very like chanty sort of like scream singy
Right. Like they're
vibe.
like cheerleaders.
Yeah, they're a little bit like cheerleaders, and this song is much more melodic, but it also just has like, it's more melodic, it's a little bit cutesier, and I really like it. It has like a weird, like bubbly sound to it, and the chorus is really fun. They do this little like up, down thing, and I just really like it. It fits very well in my summer 2020 playlist. So Surf by ITZY off of their latest EP, Not Shy.
That's awesome. Great. I still need to listen to that EP. I haven't yet. My recommendation isn't a girl group, but it is a girl singer, so I'm trying to stay on topic. Jamie, who I think used to be known as Park Jimin or like Jimin Park, is just going by Jamie now. But she has a new single out called Numbers, and it's featuring Changmo. And I just think it's like a really interesting, good, fun, like indie R&B pop kind of song. She has a great voice. It came up on my shuffle yesterday, and it really caught my attention. So, and it's apparently brand new. So Jamie Numbers is my recommendation.
Awesome.
All right, well, that is that for this week. If you would like to get in contact with us, we can be found all over the internet. We are at AMA K-Pop Pod on Twitter and Instagram, amakpoppod@gmail.com for emails, 181-AMA-KPOP-POD-5 if you would like to leave us a voicemail. You can join our Discord, Ask Me About K-Pop, patreon.com/AMA K-Pop Pod for bonus episode that you could pay for. And we have a P.O. box.
Yes, our P.O. Box 26096, Los Angeles, California 90026. You can address it to Ask Me About K-Pop, AMAK, or to us, Shannon and Angelica.
Wonderful. All right, we'll be back next week with a deep dive, and make sure that you've ordered your copy of Shine if you haven't yet. It's almost time. Yay. All right, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Jonghyun, you're our inspiration.